Our women have been training hard, and I think that we have a nice mix of veterans and youth, which is and sometimes rare in a college program to have both talented freshmen and sophomores as well as a good senior leadership that's going to help us. We've been training hard. I think we're starting to see some results now that we're about a month into the season. And I think we're really getting to the point where we're starting to see some solid performances. I think we're ready to start going fast in the meets, which start coming up this Saturday against Union. We finished third last year in the conference, and the teams that were ahead of us were Geneseo and Cortland. And I have an expectation that this team will compete among the very best in the conference. I think Cortland has certainly been a good rival for us the last number of years, and we're hoping to compete with them and challenge them for that next spot. And we'll see about Geneseo. They are a great program, and I think that we have an opportunity to race with them as well. We'll see how it all comes together, though, as the season progresses. Well, we're very young. 22 of the 27 men on the team are in their first or second year with the program, which is very young. But we have a lot of talent and we have a lot of depth, and that's something that we have not had in the depth in particular the last number of years, and I think that will make a big difference in regular season competitions and as well at championships. Hoping that we can score 18 athletes. If you want to compete with the best in the conference, you have to have swimmers that can score and compete in every event, and more than one swimmer in every event. I mean, it's just nice to have a relay that can go fast, but you got to have 3 and 4 and 5 to compete with the best. And we have to develop a bit to move up in the conference. We do, in particular because of the strength of some of the teams diving ahead of us. In order for us to get in front of them, we have to be a lot better than them in swimming, and that's something that we know we have to tackle, and that's fine. I think that we have a lot of potential, and a lot of it is them bringing it to practice every day. And so far, I've been very pleased with their results, and I'm looking forward to seeing how we can move up this year. Well, on the women's side, I think the two swimmers that are probably going to be leaned on the most would be Sam Grannon, the senior, and Cassidy Grigger, the junior. Sam is our school record holder. She finished second in the 100 breast and the 200 breast last year, and I think is certainly on the cusp of taking it to the next level to make nationals, and will be the anchor of our breaststroke core. That in that core will also include other talented swimmers such as Colleen Stewart, who is a returning 2013 All-American from Texas, and Krista Vermeersch, and we have another number of other breaststrokers that are going to help us. Cass is going to become the anchor of our relays and can swim almost anything, has been a finalist in 200 IM, 200 freestyle, even the 500 freestyle, can swim down to the 50, can do almost everything. And I think we'll be looking at her with the graduation of Victoria to step into a lead role, especially on relays, and then counting on her for big performances throughout the season. For the men, our best returning athlete is certainly Jack Spader, who has been all conference the last couple years in the mile and added the 500 to that last year, and he's one of the best distance swimmers in the conference, and we're hoping to get him to take it to the next level so we can try to get him to qualify towards nationals. Maybe go after our school record in the 1650, and he's stepping up as a captain this year, and I think his leadership as a senior will help us. Ethan Cook has been one of our better butterflyers, and missed our school record in the 200 fly by .09 last year, and I think is moving in. He is a junior captain for the team and is into a leadership role, and I think that he's getting ready to take the next steps towards trying to qualify for nationals as well, and we're excited about his possibility of moving up. Well, on the women's side, I think I'm looking for a lot this year from Kat Bies, who will take over as the leader of our women's distance team. Casey O'Connor, I think, is really having some good practices and will be really counted on in backstroke. And I think those are two girls that have really made a big impact. Ryan Lindgren has been looking good for us in sprints and in breaststroke and will really help us out. And Luke Zenner, who really was developing last year as a freshman, I think is starting to come into his own as a sophomore, and I think he'll be ready to swim really well for us this season. Well, we have a lot of first years that are in the team. On the women's side, I think the two that are going to make an immediate impact right away would be Molly McCulloch, in particular for her in butterfly and sprinting, and Megan Joseph, who can swim IM, breaststroke, freestyle, can swim almost anything. And those two, I think, while you can't put too much expectation on freshmen. We're really looking forward to seeing what they can accomplish for us this year. We had a transfer on the men's side from California named Will Koenig, and I think he'll have a big impact for us in the sprint events. And a freshman named Caleb Treadwell, sprint butterfly and backstroke. I think all of them will really help us and help take this program to new heights for the next couple years. Yeah, what I have differently this year that I'm really excited about is some veteran assistant coaches. And it's been rare to have returning coaches of such the caliber of Jay Daniels and our strength coach Gary Gall, which both of them being in their second year, I think are very comfortable. They know all the athletes, they know what we can improve on, and I think having them at such a high level is really going to help this program. We're trying to do things a little bit differently. We're trying to read the athletes a little more. We're trying to be a little more unpredictable with our workouts, and at the same time trying to really work hard and challenge the athletes each and every day. And I think that we've done a good job with it so far. The attitudes have been really good. Some of the times in practice have been good. And my job this year is really been able to help use my assistants to help me be a better coach. And I think that that's going well so far. I'm looking forward to seeing how it comes together.